Hello, Kipsters. I hope you guys have had an enjoyable time with these recorder lessons. I feel like this is a very good way to get the practice that we need with these instruments, even from a distance. I've been enjoying making these videos, playing an instrument with you, and I've enjoyed seeing some of you when I substitute for your class show me that you know how to play or have been practicing these videos. So I'm very grateful that you guys are doing that, and I hope to continue to get better and better as these weeks go on. The general formula for these lessons is going to be review what we did in yesterday's video, and and then learn at least one or two new exercises that we feel may be challenging for us. And as we get going through these exercises, they of course get harder. So then we're going to have to spend maybe a little extra time on some than the others. All right, but for now we're going to go through exercise 4, which is a very easy exercise. It's basically just playing B, A, and G, all three notes, so that we can make sure we are getting the warm up we need for our first two songs we're going to play today. All right, so what I want you to do, play the first one, B, A, and G. We're just going to go through it twice. I'll play first just so you remember how it sounds, and then you can play it with me. Here we go. I'll go first. Remember, when you're sitting up, I'm remembering this time, use good posture, making sure your air is flowing because it takes a lot of air to play these instruments, and making sure you're taking the breaths when you have the opportunity. So you see that rest right there in between the note B and the note A right here. You see this rest, making sure that during that time we're not just holding the instrument to our mouth. We're breathing in, or we're making sure that we have enough breath to play the rest of the song. Okay. Here's exercise 4. Again, I will play it first, and you will follow after me. Shh, shh, shh. Shh, shh, shh. And I'm playing this student recorder today, so I'm still kind of getting used to this recorder. They all are different, but we shouldn't have too much of an issue getting used to it. So, if you did not hear me, during those rests, I did shh, shh, shh. I did 3 shushes, and then on the 4th shush, instead of saying shush really quickly and putting the instrument to my mouth, I did shush, 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 breathe in. That will give us one count of a rest so that we can breathe in and then play the next part very smoothly. So let's play it together. You can try that 3 counts and then breathe in on the final shush. All right, so there should be 4 shushes there. Breathe in on the last one. Here you go, playing it with me. 1, 2, 1, 2, ready. Shh, shh, shh. Shh, shh, shh. And I'm sure some of us will appreciate playing that. As I'm playing your instrument, I'm learning that it is a little touchier than mine is, so we're going to make sure that we don't get as much squeaks as possible. Making sure that our air is consistent, our fingers are covering the hole, and we are playing confidently. All right, if we squeak, get right back into it. Don't stop. Last time, guys, on exercise 4. Here we go. 1, 2, 2, ready. Shh, shh, shh. Shh, shh, shh. Very nice. And Mr. Isaac hurt his finger the other day, so his third finger is a little bit questionable, but he's making it happen. Okay, moving on to exercise 5, guys. You're watching the screen. Remember, exercise 5, we learned the song Hot Cross Buns, and we use the notes B, A, and G. So if you can see the notes up here fingered, B is 1 finger, A is 2 fingers, and G is 3 fingers. All right, and we have only the notes B, A, G in this song, so those are the only notes we're going to be playing here. So again, we have half notes, whole notes, and quarter notes in this one, all right? When we do half notes, we're tapping our foot. Our half notes equal 2 foot taps. So if I'm counting 1, 2, 3, 4, I would tap my foot twice for every half note, or my heel, whichever one you want to use. All right, so if I'm going like this, I'm tapping my foot right now, and I'll use my pinky as my tapper for right now, but you guys use your foot. You can see my live taps on my screen right here. 1, 2, I'll play the whole song first, and you go after me. 1, 2, ready, go. And you can see there that my finger taps twice. Bum, bum, bum. And then for the whole note, it taps 4 times. You're not tapping your finger, just as a reminder, you're tapping your foot. All right, keep that hand centered there and making sure it's not moving. But I'm just tapping mine to show you that when I play a half note, I have to tap twice before I can move on. Watch again. And now my instrument is even sounding better because my instrument's a little bit more warm. As you put warm air in this, the instrument becomes a little more warm and a little more confident, the instrument itself. So making sure that we're staying in this. Our instrument's got to get warm. We've got to get warm. We're going to make this right. We're going to be good. All right. Hot cross buns. I'm going to play the first line, and then you're going to repeat after me. Here we go. Tapping your foot. 1, 2, ready. Play that much with me. 1, 2, ready, go. And you can see it's so easy. We just do 1, 2, 3 with the thumb on the back. 1 finger, 2 fingers, 3 fingers. All right. Easy enough. We don't have to do too much challenging things to get this song down. The next part goes like this. And we're tonguing all of these notes. So every time you play one of those quarter notes, which equals 1 tap each time you play it. So watch this. Every time you play one of those notes, separate the air with your tongue by putting your tongue against this when you play. You heard that, now hear this. You can hear separation there because my throat is cutting off the air. That's the only way you can hear the separation, but it's not as easy to do that. So we want to make sure that we're hitting our tongue against this piece right here so that the air stops and it sounds like we're tonguing these notes like this. Play that with me, guys. 1, 2, 1, 2, ready. Something tells me we need to play that one more time, which is okay. We're going to, making sure that when we're playing this, we're not blowing too hard so that we don't squeak, all right? And that we have consistent air and that we're tonguing so our notes come out clearly, okay? One more time, bottom line, then we're going to do the whole song and then move on to our next song. Bottom line, here we go. 1, 2, bottom line, 3 fingers first, 2 fingers, B-A-G. G-A-B-A-G. 1, 2, ready. And here's another good tip when you're playing this instrument, making your chin firm. All right, making sure that your mouth isn't moving around so much so that air can sneak out of your mouth, the corners of your mouth. Making that chin firm. All right, if you've ever done that, pretty much chin is firm now compared to squishy, compared to moving around. Now it's firm, okay? Try to make that chin firm down there so that your notes can be a little more consistent as well. From the beginning, we're going to go all the way through without me practicing it first. You're just going to do it with me all the way through. One thing we want to do when we're reading music, look through the music without having to play it first so that there's no surprises to you. You can memorize this very easily. This is a very memorizable song. But sometimes you want to read through your music really quickly so that you say, oh, at this part, I got to be ready to go 3 fingers or I got to stay 3 fingers. All right, just getting a little studying in before we go through the whole thing. So take about 5 seconds, study this song, and then we're going to start together. Go ahead. You can finger along as well. So fingering, when you go like this, you don't have to play it. You just pretend it. You can tap your foot too. You see I'm just tapping, I'm fingering along. And I'm at the G part, now the A part. And then I'm at the BAG part. You see 1, 2, 3. You can just tap, you can just finger along so that your fingers are right. Your fingers are one of the most important parts of playing this instrument. Without the fingers, obviously the wrong note's going to come out. So knowing how to play with your fingers is a perfect way to get that practicing without making noise. Especially for those of you who don't even have your recorders yet, you can always finger along with us. Even though I know it's more boring than actually having the instrument, you can always finger along with us and make sure you know how your fingers are supposed to be moving. All right, here we go. Exercise 5, hot cross buns. Then we're going to learn a brand new song. Here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, ready. Nice job, guys. Now, again, if you ever need more practice, just rewind the video and keep playing with us. You don't have to get it right every time I get it right. You have the ability to rewind this and make sure you get it as perfect as you need to. We're going to learn our new song today. It is called Merrily We Roll Along. Now, this song is a little bit more technical than Hot Cross Buns, and this is probably the last thing we'll get to. But it's essentially the same thing as Hot Cross Buns, just different patterns. The notes are the same. We don't learn any new notes here. We just have a bunch of quarter notes compared to a bunch of whole notes. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to play just the first measure, all right? And if you want, you guys could always go right here and you could, or I'm going to do this for you since this is the first time we're learning this song. So I'm going to go B, A, G, A. So we know that when we play these notes, it's B, A, G, A, or 1, 2, 3, 2. And if you need help, you can go to this website, nebomusic.net, or you can just Google recorder lessons, and you'll find this link for Nebo Music, and you can get on here on your own and type and practice on your own if you want. But if you need to go back up here and just check which notes are B, which note is A, which note is G, just get a quick refresher. I'm showing you real quick. B is 1, A is 2, G is 3. So see here we have B, A, G, A, and we have all quarter notes. Now, when we're counting notes or when we're snapping, quarter notes equals 1 snap. All right, whereas half notes equal 2 before you can move on. 1, dun, dun. Quarter notes equals 1. Bum, 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 bum. So we're just going to play the first measure. It sounds like this. 1, 2, 3, 2. Try it again. I'm going to do one more time and then you're going to try it with me. 1, 2, ready. Try that with me. 1, 2, 1, 2, ready, go. B, A, G, A. And then the next note is B, 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 sh, or breath. A. Yeah, so on our shushes, we need to make sure that's where we breathe. A, sh, B, sh. All right. Let's just say that. We don't know how to play it yet. Let's just say it. 1. So it's going to sound like this. B, A, G, A, B, 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 sh. A, sh. B, B, B. Just say that with me. 1, 2, ready, go. B, A, G, A, B, 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 sh. A, sh. B, 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 sh. All right. Now, you can either be reading the letters or you can be actually reading the notes. Reading the notes would be the best for you to get that memorization down of where the notes are, but you can also read the letters. That's why I put them there. All right. So I'm going to play the first 2 measures, and then you're going to play the first 2 measures. Here we go. Shh. Try that with me. Ready? Not bad. Try it one more time, a little bit slower. And then the last two measures sound like this, so we can just do those right now. They sound like this. So we just do A 3 times, and then we go back to B 3 times. Let's do the whole first line. I'll go first, you go second. Try that with me. 1, 2, ready? And if you're squeaking, making sure you're looking at your fingers. Which finger is not on the whole way? Which is it the thumb? Am I playing too loud? Is the instrument too much into my mouth? All right, we don't need it too much in our mouth. We just need the front of our teeth on this instrument, okay? The bottom line. I'm not going to put the notes on the bottom line. I'll maybe do that in the next video, but for now, I'm just going to play this part for you. So it goes B, A, G, A, B, 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 A, B, A, G. So you can see here the difference is we don't have any rest on the fourth note here. We change to B here instead of going to A again. And then we don't rest here. We put an A here. And then we end with a whole note. So we hold that note out. But this beginning part, B, A, G, A, B, 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 that's the same exact part as the beginning. The only new part is this note, this last final B, and then the A, B, A, G. So what we're going to do here is called sight reading. All right, sight reading is when we don't practice at all. We just see it and then we try it. Now, of course, with sight reading, you're not going to be perfect, and that's okay. There's a lot of learning to do when you sight read. You say, oh, this is something I need to work on now. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to sight read this last line, and then we're going to put off this song until the next lesson. So we're going to sight read the last line, B, A, G, A, B, 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 and then A, B, A, G. And then we're going to call it for this lesson, and then we will continue on with this song tomorrow. All right, so here is the second line with me. 1, 2, and if you want to practice again this song at the end, you can just pause this video, practice it as many times as you need. Here we go. Second line. 1, 2, sight reading. 1, 2, ready. I'm going to give you one more chance, and I'm going to slow it down this time now that we have sight read it. Now I want to get a little bit more practice in. We sight read it for a little bit. Now you know what it sounds like. Maybe knows what it feels like. You don't have it perfect yet. That's okay. We're going to do the last line a little slower, and then we will wrap this up. Here we go. 1, 2, second line. And it is a lot harder to play slower because you have to play more air longer, so you run out of air quicker. Guys, thank you so much for following along with these videos. I really hope you're enjoying learning how to play this instrument with me. I am having fun teaching it, so I hope that you guys are having fun learning it. As always, Mr. Isaac has 3 things for you. You are kind, you are smart, you are important. I hope you have an awesome day, and I will see you guys when you log on tomorrow. Thank you so much.